mother. For the next 3 months with Emily, I tried every possible tip, trick, and method out there. During this time, I faced countless accidents, and it easily became the most challenging, frustrating, and embarrassing time in my career as a mother. It wasn't until Emily reached 29 months old she became fully potty trained. By that time, I'd filled up an entire old leather notebook, jam-packed with all the notes I had taken during my first attempt ever at potty training. In addition to my own findings, I was receiving input and feedback from nearly all the parents whose children attended my daycare. On paper, it started to become clear to me what methods were effective and worked time and time again for families. 2 years and one more child later, all of my findings had been turned into what I believe is the only effective method in existence to quickly potty training any child in as little as 3 days. It wasn't until I started giving out copies to all the parents whose children attended my daycare I knew I was on to something big. The next week, parents started approaching me out of the blue, asking, how can I quickly and easily potty train my child? I would kindly give a copy of the guide along with my business card clipped to the top left-hand corner to anyone who asked. I would say over 127 mothers and fathers had come to my daycare that month alone just for a copy of the potty training guide that I'd spent so much time creating. When I would walk into my office in the morning, there'd be a minimum of 37 messages on my answering machine waiting there for me. I was getting phone calls from people either thanking me for helping them train their child in under a week or who heard about my guide from a friend or family member and wanted to know how they could get their hands on a copy. Listening to these messages quickly became a daily part of my routine and would take almost 45 minutes out of my workday. People started to call me an expert potty trainer, and I was flattered, but it was something I definitely never asked for or planned on when setting out to create my personal guide. Sometimes I wished it would even go away, as there were people who would seek out my personal phone number and insist on calling me at home. I don't know about you, but running around the house after children is hard enough on its own without constantly running towards or being on the phone. One day, an old friend showed up at my doorstep for a visit unexpectedly. As we sat down for a cup of coffee, she asked, "What's new?" I continued on to tell her about how I stumbled upon a method to potty training children that is so effective, I was starting to get phone calls from all over telling me they heard about it and wanted a copy. That's when my old friend inwardly smiled and said to me, "Why don't you make it available on the internet?" I thought, what an amazing idea. It can be made instantly available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and to anyone, anywhere in the world who needed a proven, guaranteed potty training guide. So that's when I decided to make my guide available online. And thanks to the internet, I packaged my potty training method as a video, book, and audio course that you can instantly access right from the privacy and comfort of your home. This course will save you all the frustration, pain, and embarrassment you face by not following a proven plan. I had to learn the hard way, but you don't. Inside my guide, I reveal the 6 crucial building blocks you need to take your child through if you want to see results in as little as 3 days. Building block number 1 deals with readying your child for potty training. Even if they currently show no interest in being potty trained, I'm going to give you some of my all-time best tips that'll have your child counting down the days until they get to officially use their potty. Building block number 2 shows exactly everything you need to prepare for well in advance of actually starting the potty training process. Many parents move forward with potty training almost immediately and do so completely unprepared. After you read this chapter, you'll be ready for everything potty training throws at you and have an unshakable confidence that this is it, the day your child is out of diapers for good. Building block number 3 discusses how the first day of potty training is the most crucial and how it sets the tone of the following 2 days to come. I take you by the hand every step of the way, all day long, showing you the exact blueprint you need to follow for success. Building block number 4 is nearly left out of every other potty training guide on the market. One of the most challenging obstacles when potty training is attempting to do so throughout the night. I have perfected a nighttime potty training approach that has never been thought of by any other, and all but guarantees your child will not only stay completely dry all night long, but actually get out of bed and use the potty on their own each night they have to go. Building block number 5 takes you over the final 2 days as I give away the mandatory motivational tactics that'll have your child running to the potty on their own each and every time they have to go. Using just 2 or 3 of the methods I give to you in this section will make things click in your child's mind halfway through the second day. With building block number 6, you must pay very close attention